I just say paranoid. It's all right. We'll be on tomorrow. Don't worry. Hey, Frank. You a piece of shit. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about, you fucking cockroach. What are you talking about? Come on, you listen to me, huh? Do you know what a Hazas is, Frank? That's a pig that don't fly straight. Neither do you, Frank.
You want to know what else a pig is? A pig is a filthy animal, okay? This is a date of my hacking, okay? And this is a date that they sent this little fucking parasite over here with a hoodie, okay? Okay? All right? With his little Walmart bag, all right? This motherfucking piece of shit showed up here at 6 o'clock, okay, and then disappeared over there by the fucking staircase. There's a cat roaming around over here. Got an angle of that parasite coming from over here. That was coming from way over here from this gate over here. Came through here. Got both cameras of that pig there. Parasite pig. Because it's a pig that sent it, okay? And then 9 minutes later, I'm going to bring the video up. And around that time, I was already up. And I had my body camera on. I was doing something there about my plants. And the whole right side of my body was burning. I was not aware that this parasite was out here. I was not aware that it was even sitting there. Here it comes. Here comes the little putito with his little hoodie. Okay, here he comes. Okay, there he goes. All right. Let's come over here. You're going to have to give me a minute to pull these videos up. I wasn't aware that it was sitting there until this time. See, I was over here. But my plant standing about right here. And I had my body camera on. I was recording something with my body camera on. And at that time, I came and I sat back over here, and see, right over here is where I didn't have these tablets to monitor my cameras. Right over here is where I had the 4 phones monitoring my cameras. And it was a phone that I had right here that monitors this camera. And at first, I thought it was a trash bag. That's what I thought it was. When I sat down and I saw it on the phone, I actually thought it was a trash bag. And then my dog, about 2 minutes later, you're going to see when I bring up the video, my dog starts to bark. So I realized that I saw movement. I saw the parasite move. Okay, I saw the little parasite move. So I went to push the record button. See how it has a record button? Well, it has a record button on the phone too. I went to push the record button to record this parasite, and it wouldn't record. They were jamming that phone because they were aware on October 20th when they sent the two pigs that don't fly straight, the 2 Hazas up here that were here in 2 minutes. When I called dispatch, we were here in 2 minutes. They were the only ones that were aware. I'm going to repeat again that I had those 4 phones right here. And then the next day they send the 4 putos from the welfare check. Okay? And then the following day after that, I go on the bridge, and all of a sudden they do their little clown show over there. And then one of the putos, the Toucan Sam, I said they have the car over there, the fire car over there at the end of the complex over there. And then all of a sudden they show up on the road where I'm walking, and then all of a sudden they show up going into the Albertsons. Right there. Okay. He takes off this way. Okay. Takes off this way about 6:01. It goes up that way. And then he comes back about 6:09. He'll come back this way. All right. There he goes. Okay, goes and disappears that way. And here he comes, and he's carrying something in his hand there. All right. And he sits his fucking ass right there. Okay. He sits his fucking ass right there. Okay, I've lived here for almost a year. Next month will be a year that I've lived here. And nobody has ever come over here and sat over here. Nobody does that around here, okay? Anyway, he pulls that phone up over here, close to his face. That's the end of that video. Okay. But there he is coming there. Okay. It's going to blur. And then he'll move his head, and you'll see the crack over here. He's got that phone up to his face. Actually, he's got it, he's pointing it up this way. See there? You see? You see it? What he's doing there? He's how he's pointing the phone up towards the camera here. You see there? Right there? What he's doing right there? See that? Okay. Or whatever the fuck he's pointing up here. He's pointing something up this way. Okay. It's too bad that this damn thing, it blurs if I get too close. Well, I'm recording it from a screen. See, there he goes again. You see? See what he's doing right there? See what he's doing? See what this motherfucking parasite's doing right here? You see that? Right there. See? See? Okay? Now, I don't know if he was pointing something. That's what he was pointing something up there to burn me. Because I lied to you not. I just showed you there. I was by my plant table there. And I had my body camera on. Okay? And I was recording something there with my body camera. And this motherfucker was down here this whole time, and I was not aware. I wasn't aware. Until, like I stated earlier, until I came to go come sit over here. And I noticed that it was down there. That the creature was down there. But there you go. You see it pointing something over its shoulder up over here to my camera. It was jamming my camera up here, so it was doing something there. Okay? And then on a little bit, you'll see the screen over here on this side. You can see the screen over here. Okay, I'm not going to prolong this so it doesn't get too long. So then I'm not able to record. Okay, I'm not able, like I said, I'm not able to record on that phone. That phone was being jammed. That monitors the door there. That camera there. So I went over and I had to use one of the other phones. I had to go to that camera and I had to record. I was able to record like the tail end of it in full length. This is the footage that I had to go back to pull up. Okay. Go to the next one. And when he was coming up towards the staircase there, he was carrying something. He didn't look like a phone in his hand. It looked like some kind of a flashlight or something. That's what it looked like. I did a screenshot of it. Let me go back where my dog starts to bark. My dog starts to bark. And you can hear some kind of like on whatever coming from that fucking phone he's got or whatever the fuck he's holding in his hand. Okay, it's now 6:18. Then he'll move over and he'll turn his body and then he'll move over this way and put something into that bag and he's bumbling around inside that bag. See how he's holding? See the phone? Something, whatever he's holding there, his phone. But that fucking son of a bitch and parasite, you saw there, he was pointing something up this way over his shoulder there earlier. Okay, now here's where I'm getting ready to come outside. Because I will confront you. I will confront your stupid ass. What I should have done, because I have a nice big rocks up here, is I should have hit you in the back of your fucking parasitic head. That's what I should have done. And the other place that I used to live, they used to walk around like that with little hats and little hoodies in the dark, because that's when roaches usually, parasites, roaches, they usually come out, scramble around in the dark like roaches, like cowards. They come out in the dark with backpacks. Oh, I got quite a few nice little videos from that last place. And I warned Juice with the 4 eyes and mustache that I was going to put the videos. You know, the meter man coming around to pose as the meter man? That sending out notices that they were going to come in the middle of the night to check the meters. Who does that? Since when do the meter people come and read out in the middle of the night to check the meters? The sewer holes. That video is hilarious. How they had that puto pestoso Venezuelano going. You got to see it. It's hilarious. They'll do anything that they're told. Did you suck his dick too? There with a crowbar going to town on the rocks. It was hilarious. That's why I asked me, did you suck his dick too? All right. This is where I'm getting ready to come out. And now he'll move over to that bag. with his brand new little Walmart bag. And you ought to see how he jumps up from there. Here I come. Watch how he jumps up from there. And then pretends like he's on the phone. There I am right there. With a body camera. Goes in there and he'll go to the front of the building there. And then as I turn around, I'm not gonna record the whole thing. It's about what? 4 minutes. That son of a bitch parasite stood over there. And right before he takes off, you hear a police siren, you know, a Hazas siren. Whoop, whoop. Go like that. That's his signal to take off. So he takes off that way. The Hazas gave him the signal. Whoop, whoop. You're nothing but cowards, okay? This is what they get. Or maybe it's a Hazas himself. Who knows? Itself. So I just go stand right there pointing the body camera, recording the creature over there. And he just stands there until, like I said, it goes, the Hazas siren goes, whoop, whoop. And then it leaves. All right. So this is the day that they changed the password. What I had done was I had spent like almost 6 hours changing the passwords on those 4 phones, changing the passwords on my Google account, finding unknown strange rangers in my Google account, and then in 1 second, okay, all the passwords had been changed off those phones. They were all changed off the phones, and then they disconnected my brand new cell phone. You've already heard it before. They jammed up my regular cell phone, and then I called the carrier, and one of those Hazas pretended to be the carrier, you know, with his Chicano accent. Yeah, and they're still in my computer. Not fucking around with the passwords and shit like that. So I just wanted to share that. I haven't had a chance to get around to it, but now I have. And that little thing that I did at the beginning, it reminded me of Scarface, you know, when he confronted the leva. You know, what a leva is? A leva is a coward, a bitch. Okay? A pig. It don't fly straight. Okay?